CEO, it is actually your job to get your return on your investment. Any business investment that you make, it is your job to get your return on investment. The thing is, a lot of times we want to make an excuse for our lack of preparing, our lack of intentionality on whatever we spend our money on. You have to take some accountability as a consumer. Okay, let's talk about it. If you are purchasing a ticket to an event, have you asked yourself, how can I maximize this experience for myself, for my business? How can I get out the most in this experience? How do I turn me flying, me leaving the house, flying to another city, getting a hotel, buying a ticket? How do I get the most out of spending that money and taking away that time from home? Okay, that's what I'm thinking. I always say, if I'm leaving home, I need to come back with some money. If I am leaving home, because I love to be at home, I either love to be at home or out of the country. There's no in between. So if I am leaving my home, what am I getting? Okay, so let's start off with an event. If I have purchased a ticket to an event, one of the things that I like to do is Christie's CEO plan. When I am preparing for an event, I have to be very intentional about it. I'm a person who I'm not great with small talk. And so for me, even in the preparation, I have to do it because if I don't, I'll feel all uncomfortable and like, what am I going to talk about? And I got to prepare. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look up the speakers. Okay, I'm going to look up their website. I'm going to look them up on LinkedIn. I'm going to Google them, see any fresh news about them. And so first thing I'm going to do is see a couple of angles that I could potentially talk to the speakers about. You never know. You could be in the elevator with them. You never know. You might have a prime opportunity to talk with one of the speakers. Okay, my events are more intimate. You'll be able to talk to the speakers. Okay, for sure. But first, I'm going to look up the speakers. I'm going to look for an angle for a conversation and then an angle for if I want to potentially do business with them, potentially just go further in a conversation with them. I am going to look for an angle. Secondly, I'm going to look up the attendees. Now, for my conference, Global Power Tour, we actually put all of the attendees together in a Slack network. That's what we've been using. This year, we're using Mighty Networks. So all the ticket holders will be together. You'll be able to connect with each other. We do that for a couple of reasons. Number one, we want to encourage you to pre-network before the conference. Two, some of you live in the same city. You might want to take Ubers together. You might want to fly together. You might want to get a hotel together. People have done all of that. It was one of my global power tours, maybe about 3 years ago here in Houston, where several of the women went to pizza and like bowling and everything. And I'm like, really? All this is going on? Me and my team are preparing for the conference. There's no way I can entertain it unless it's an entertainment night. But they went out and they connected. They were able to do that because number one, we send an email to the attendees on how to get a return on investment. It is so important to me that you get a return, even if you don't have experience in getting a return. I'm going to help you with that experience. So we put together that Slack channel for you to connect, right? And to start talking to each other. So that is what I've seen happen from that. So first, I'm going to research the speakers. Second, I'm going to look into the attendees. Because a lot of the people that you might work with, your next business bestie, even your next business partner, they might be an attendee. They may not be a speaker at all. So I'm going to look at who is actually going to be in the room. Okay. That's one thing that I'm going to do. Another thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to get my socials together. I'm going to get my social media, the ones that I'm going to share at the conference. I'm going to get those together. I'm going to clean up the links on my website. So I'm going to go clean up my LinkedIn, give me some fresh, good posts that maybe say, who is Christy, some about me, some what do I have upcoming. I'm going to get that fresh on Instagram, on LinkedIn. I may get a couple threads popping. I'm going to make sure the links on my website are clickable. Everything's cleaned up. Everything is good to go, right? So now I have a plan potentially for the speakers that I might meet. I have a plan potentially for the other attendees there, right? I am intentionally trying to get my return on investment. I tell my clients all the time, if you're going to come out of your house and go to a conference, think about how you can extend the fact that other people have come into the city as well. Can you set up some coffee dates? Can you set up some opportunities for you to actually do some coaching sessions, or for you to do some on the site audits or whatnot? Okay, use the hashtag of the conference that you are attending so that people who are looking up that hashtag can potentially see you, right? And you guys can connect and they can see what you have to offer. I tell a lot of my clients not to fly out on Sunday, the day that the conference ends. Fly out on Monday, fly out on Tuesday. Use Monday as a day to actually do on-site coaching sessions with people that you just met at the conference. Will that work every time? No, but it's worked for me a lot of times. And I find the more that you plan, and the more that you put out there, and the more that you market something is available, the more that you get that thing. Okay. So that's just a general piece on how to get a return on investment for an event. Now let's talk about your books. Do y'all see all these books behind me? Like literally, this is my library of books that I need close to me. I have 2 more shelves of books around the house. Okay. But what good is a book if you don't read them? Okay. Are you getting a return on investment off of all the books that you've purchased? Many of you have books in your house, in your apartment right now, and it is the best book. It could change your life. It could change your business, all of that, but you hadn't read it. So you've got no return on investment. Okay. Next, courses. Many of you have purchased courses, even some of mine. And on the back end, we open it up and we look and we see you have never opened that course before. Or if you did, you haven't gotten past module 1. So how dare you talk about you haven't gotten a return on investment? Okay. The books you buy, the courses you buy, the events that you go attend. And then lastly, the coaches that you work with. Did you do the work? I am a person who, if I'm going to pay someone for their advice, I'm going to at least try the advice that they gave me. Because if I don't trust their advice that they gave me, I wouldn't have paid them for it. I don't understand people that pay for coaching, get advice, and then say, oh, no, that's not going to work for me. How do you know? Did you try it yet? You don't know if it's going to work for you. The whole point of this video is to be super clear with you on who is responsible for you getting a return on investment. It is you. It is my job. It is Christy's job to get a return on investment for everything that I take my business dollars, my business time, and I put it into. That is my job to make sure. Did you maximize this opportunity so that you get a return, Christy? And most times I have. But if I haven't put in the work, the pre-planning, if I go to an event and I sit all the way in the back, right? And I make sure as soon as it's over, I jet out. Girl, do you know I'm about to launch my 30th Global Power Tour in January 2026. All the details will be below. I would love to have, you in the room. It's going to be an amazing group of women entrepreneurs like it is every year. I remember almost everyone that came to Global Power Tour, all 30 of them. You know why? I walk around and I hug everyone. Okay. Every now and then someone comes up to me, maybe at another function, another conference. I went to Global Power Tour one year, and I'll be looking at them thinking, what year? It is the same thing. If it's someone that came to the conference and that I don't remember, do you know why? It's because they sat way in the back and they jetted immediately after the conference was over because they were an introvert. They didn't want to talk to anyone. They were scared to talk to people. They didn't maximize the conference because half of the conference is getting together with and getting to know the other people in the room. I am amazing. I am amazing. I think so. My clients think so. But guess what? It's a whole bunch of amazing women that come to the room. I am actually proud of that fact. So You're not just coming to meet me. You're coming to meet the room. So if you just jetted as soon as the conference was over with, you did not get all that the conference had to offer you. So I want you to think about that. If hopefully you're coming to Global Power Tour, but anytime you're going to a conference, go on and just say to yourself, look, I'm going to get my money out of this. I need to get a return on my investment out of this. If you are considering coming to Global Power Tour, go to the website, globalpowertour.com. On the homepage, I have a return on investment calculator. I specifically put that on there so that you could actually put in the calculator and see, okay, if I get an average of $2,000 per client and I'm getting a $3,600 ticket, how many clients do I need to get a return on investment plus some? Okay. I want you to know, and then I want you to put in the work to get your return. Okay, CEOs?